2024 has been a devastating year for Hollywood and the entertainment industry. A place that was once looked at as glamorous and prestigious is now looking more like a dump full of the most wickedest people in the world. Over the last 10 years, we have learned the truth about Hollywood. This year in specific, more has been revealed than ever before, making it clear that the glitz and glamour were only set up to hide the darkness that takes place in the industry. Every week, it's like a new name is getting exposed for something disturbing. Recently, another Hollywood big shot was exposed. This time, they were caught in the act, trying to meet with a 15-year-old girl. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the live streamer Vitaly catching a big-time Hollywood screenwriter in the act of talking with a 15-year-old girl. Let's get right into it. We already know Hollywood has a PDF file problem, with many of the biggest Hollywood executives being full-on creeps behind the scenes. We hear story after story of the big shots like Harvey Weinstein, who was taking advantage of everyone he can get his hands on in the industry for years, or even like Charlie Sheen, who was accused of taking advantage of his much younger castmate right at the Hollywood studio. I knew there was no way of redeeming Hollywood when I saw what filmmaker Woody Allen did. Woody Allen is a prominent filmmaker in Hollywood known for many classic films. Back in 1980, Woody started a relationship with a woman named Mia Farrow, who had an adopted 10-year-old daughter. Woody stood with Mia for the next 12 years, breaking up with her in 1992. In 1997, he started dating a 27-year-old woman named Soon, which he would eventually marry and have children with. Woody is still married to Soon to this very day. Now the problem with this is that Soon was actually the daughter of his last girlfriend, Mia. Woody met Soon when he started dating Mia, as Soon was Mia's 10-year-old daughter. Woody would then essentially raise Soon with Mia for the next 12 years. From the age of 10 to the age of 22, Woody was Soon's stepfather. 5 years later, Woody then started dating Soon and then marries her and adopts children with her. If this isn't one of the most obvious examples of grooming I have ever seen, then I don't know what is. He meets her as his stepdaughter at the age of 10 and raises her until she's in her early 20s, then marries her. Come on, Hollywood doesn't fail in disturbing me every single time. Now, Soon did come out and defend her husband, obviously, claiming she never saw Woody as a father figure, even though he was her father for 12 years. In my opinion, Soon said what she was groomed to say. Woody Allen is the perfect example of what Hollywood is all about. We should make Woody Allen the poster child of Hollywood. Let people know that Hollywood is the place where you can raise your own stepdaughter and then marry them when they become adults, and nothing's wrong with it. Hollywood is falling apart because more and more of this keeps on getting exposed. We saw the whole situation with Drake Bell and the man at Nickelodeon that took advantage of him in order to make him a star. Now, just last week, another Hollywood creep was caught, and this time it was by a live streamer. I believe some of you know who Vitaly is. For those that don't, he was a big-time YouTube prankster back in the early days of YouTube. When I was in my teens, Vitaly was running YouTube, getting millions of views on video after video. Vitaly was one of the most controversial creators, and he would end up getting his career cancelled multiple times for doing some pretty disturbing things. Recently, he's back, and he's not doing pranks. Instead, he's catching creeps for content, which I am not complaining about at all, as I have zero sympathy for anyone who targets children. Over the last few months, Vitaly has been going viral for catching many creeps who are trying to meet people under the age of 18 for you know what. He has caught mostly everyday people who live double lives on the internet. Vitaly would live stream himself with a couple of other people and security while they set up creeps using fake decoy women pretending to be teens. These teens are used as bait in order to set the creep up to meet up in person. When Vitaly meets them, he will have his live stream going, and then he would usually terrorize the creep before letting them go. He claims he calls the cops on them, but I don't know if this is true or not. Last week or so, Vitaly was doing one of his live streams catching a creep, and this is when he managed to catch a 76-year-old man who claimed his name was Boris, who was trying to meet up with a girl he thought was a 15-year-old to have pizza with. We know Hollywood loves pizza. Vitaly and another YouTube named Bradley begin to question the man who attempts to deny everything before attempting to walk away. This is when Vitaly and his crew follow the man who runs behind a building security guard who shields him and allows the man to escape into a building.
Lila, what are you doing? You know who this is? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Who are you?
What's your name?
Who are you?
Why are you suing my daughter? What's your name? What is your name?
Boris. My name is Boris.
What's your name? Shake my hand.
What's the problem?
Why are you suing my daughter? You know how old she is?
I don't know. I have
Idea.
no idea.
You have no idea. What was going to happen here?
Nothing. We're gonna have a pizza.
You don't know? How old is she?
Brad.
You know how old she is?
I matched with her. She was 23.
23. Is that what the conversation looked like?
You know the text messages? She was 23 on a
23.
dating site.
On a dating site?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was 23 on
How old is she?
site. I have no idea.
Lila, how old are you?
I'm sorry. She was 23 on a dating site. All we've done is
So she didn't tell you how old she was?
She did.
Did?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She said she was 15.
How did she tell you how old she actually is?
She said she's
15.
15.
She said she's 15. Why are you here? Why are you sitting here?
I'm just having a
15-year-old?
pizza.
Piece of pizza with a 15-year-old.
That's not
Is against the law?
No.
Is that all you spoke about to her?
We've just been talking.
Really?
Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal.
Really?
Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal.
Where are you going?
I ordered a pizza. I'm going to go.
Okay,
get it.
have a seat.
Why?
I'll sit with you. I'll eat pizza with you. We're just having pizza, right?
Sorry.
Sit right here.
Sorry.
Sit right here.
Sorry.
Where? I don't know. Well, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
You said you wanted to touch and lick, whatever?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's just weird. I don't understand what people.
So you're out trying to meet a 15-year-old. I'm sorry, it's not a boy. It's a girl.
Whoa.
Yeah, you are.
Wait.
You can hear audio. You can hear audio.
Clown. All right, let's go. Let's go. Hey, I'm gonna say.
What are you doing? It's like.
Can't grab him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't grab him. You can't do that.
Let him go. Let him go.
Vitaly.
What do you guys want to do?
You trying to meet a 15-year-old?
15-year-old.
What do you guys want to do in this case?
Just,
Filming or you try to arrest him? Or?
the cops are on the way.
Yeah.
Well, just let everybody know in your building at $1,000 Windsor.
Well, you guys have a camera and everything, right?
Okay.
All that.
I guess you guys come later at the office, they will have the information
Let's go. We got another one to catch.
This video will end up going viral online, being reposted by thousands of people. The only thing is, Vitaly didn't realize that the man he had just caught trying to meet this 15-year-old wasn't just any old creep. He was a Hollywood big shot and not just some random guy. The man Vitaly had caught was named Herschel Weinrod, who is a Hollywood screenwriter who worked on movies like Trading Places and the original Space Jam. Vitaly didn't realize just who he had caught until after the fact.
Bro, the old guy was famous. Oh, bro, people saying he's so famous. He's worth 120 mil? Nah.
Realizing that this might have been a mistake, he went on social media to tell his fans that he would never end himself. He knows that exposing a man like Herschel could have dire consequences for him. I wouldn't be shocked if Vitaly ends up getting arrested or worse. Here we have another example of a powerful rich man in Hollywood being a straight up creep. This man so casually goes and meets with a 15-year-old girl out in public without any hesitation at all. This is how normal this was to this man. He didn't fear anything because he obviously does this all the time. Just imagine what this 76-year-old man was going to do with a 15-year-old girl. That's a 61-year age gap difference. And she's still a kid. These are the type of people running Hollywood. That's why it appears Hollywood protects these people, because they all do it and no one speaks out about it. One thing that is rather interesting is that I don't really find any credible news outlets reporting on Herschel. For whatever reason, none of the massive news stations covered the story about this big-time Hollywood executive being caught in a sting. I don't know how this is not breaking news, but Drake versus Kendrick beef is. All of the news stations covered that, as that seems to be more important than this. This man is a certified PDF file. Imagine how many young victims he has in Hollywood. The fact that he worked on movies like Space Jam, a movie that was primarily made for kids, is also alarming. Just like we saw in the Quiet on Set docuseries, these kids are surrounded by creeps in Hollywood. Creeps who are looking for ways to separate the kids from the parents in order to do what they want to do to them. Just like we saw Hollywood do to Drake Bell, separate him from his dad and then took advantage of him. This is why so many kids go missing each and every year and nothing is being done about it. Monsters like this have their way with them and then get rid of them. I kept searching to see if Herschel was arrested or at least investigated, but nothing comes up. Only small blog sites covering him, but no big media coverage at all. No CBS or Fox News, none of the controlled media is speaking out on the case. Obviously, nothing is going to happen to this screenwriter as he is well protected. This all reminds me of a case I covered back in 2021 of a PlayStation executive who was busted in a PDF file sting operation. George was the senior vice president for PlayStation and he was caught trying to meet with a 15-year-old boy. He was also caught by YouTubers just like Herschel was.
Who you out here to meet tonight, Jeff? We can have a conversation or I can call the cops, Jeff. Jeff, I can call the cops or we can have a conversation.
No.
You want it? Jeff, you want to have a conversation? Jeff, I got your face on video. You want me to call the cops? All right, I'll call the cops. You invited over a 15-year-old kid to...
Now, Sony did eventually fire the man, but that's not enough if you ask me. If you haven't noticed, these people that are after them young try to work in industries full of young people so they can target them. This way, they have more access to them than others. I myself am a father, and I would never let my son enter Hollywood as I love him too much to feed him to the sharks. This is what Hollywood is about. People like Herschel who casually meet with 15-year-olds and flirt with them. While I don't really support Vitaly or his ways, I have nothing negative to say when it comes to catching these creeps. While most of the times he handles things immaturely, I do understand that he's doing it for a show and views at the end of the day. No different than Chris Hansen, it's all for clicks and views. None of these guys are superheroes, but at the end of the day, if this guy is catching creeps and exposing them, even teaching them a bit of a lesson, I can't be mad at him at all. Keep on catching them as at least people would be aware to stay away from them. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is obviously the end for Hollywood. It's a matter of time before it all comes crashing down, and I honestly can't wait till that day comes, as I know so many kids will be saved from men like Herschel. Well, that's it for this video, but before you guys go, I just wanted to let my patrons know a new video is dropping Saturday about the Boeing whistleblower situation. If you're one of my patrons, be on the lookout, as that would be dropping Saturday night. If you're not a Patreon member, you should consider joining, as it's only $3 a month, and when you join, you get instant access to over 26 exclusive Patreon videos with new videos coming every month. These videos are usually uncut, uncensored, and deeper than on YouTube, as I don't have to worry about any guidelines. Basically, these are the videos that I can't post on YouTube. So if you want to become a member, click the link in the description and join today. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.